Well, here's the story. When they announced basketball was moving to PBA, and they were gonna, what was gonna happen with Devaney, Coach Osborne was going in to meet with the regents to discuss it and get the money for it. And I got called by reporters. I don't remember if Brent was still here or was here then. And they said, "Are you guys moving to Devaney?" And I said, "If it's not good enough for volleyball or basketball, why would it be good enough for volleyball?" And then I got the call from Coach Osborne about 10 minutes later, get up to my office. So he was pretty upset because I didn't know at the time he was going to the Regents to do this later that day. And so he just said, what do we have to do to make this good for volleyball? And I said, we've got to take the Coliseum and we got to plant it in Devaney and make it the same type of feel. So we sat down and made a list of 7 things right there on his desk. And one of them was creating an intimate environment, because volleyball, you feel close to it. It's a great sport to watch and feel, and you get to see the players' emotions and all those things. It's hard in football because they have helmets on. Basketball, it's a little bit easier, but Pinnacle Bank's a huge arena, and so he agreed, and we got John Ingram and Maggie Thorne did a tremendous job of designing it and making it really cool. And then they said, Paul Myers was here at the time. He says, "Hey, we're going to put in skyboxes." I go, "What are you going to do that for?" He goes, "There's no way those are going to sell out." He goes, "No, we're going to sell them." And then we're going to put in 128 courtside seats. And then we're going to put in standing room only. I go, "Who the heck's going to go stand up there?" And I think our standing room only is sold out this year. I think they're selling out now, like 300. And those skyboxes have been booked solid. I think the original people that bought them haven't turned them over, and our courtside seats are hardest seat in town to get. So they dreamed big. I didn't want to lose the sellout streak, but a lot of that credit goes to Coach Osborne, who he says, "Hey, we're going to do this right. We're going to make it good for volleyball." Because I was worried, what if we put volleyball in Devaney and people don't like it, and then there's going to be complaining we're not in the Coliseum, and then we could lose interest. But the other thing that it did, by us moving, and we could have lost a generation of fans by staying in the Coliseum, because people weren't giving up their seats. And we have an older crowd. We didn't have a student section. There was no place if a high school team wanted to come in. They couldn't get in the Coliseum. There was no tickets. So we could have lost a whole generation. By opening Devaney, we got 4,000 more season tickets and a whole new generation of fans. And a lot of those are younger families and younger kids. And I see how many kids are down there in that hallway after the matches. So it was a great move. But